I'm here with none other than Marcy Blum. She is one of New York City's most extraordinary event planners. She is a great original friend of the Knot. She actually helped teach us everything we know and assemble all of our inside panel of experts in the early days. And she's the inventor of the food movement in weddings, the foodie movement. So tell us what we should be thinking about in terms of you're throwing an event. How do you make the food the special central element of a wedding? And also tell us some of the famous people you plan weddings for if you can.
So I think, do I hold this or will you hold it? You hold it. See, she doesn't trust me with anything. Yeah. Okay. I think food has to be interactive and interesting, but you have to be clever enough to figure out how it's not going to fall all over people or be difficult to eat. Family style, for example, sounds like a great idea. When you put all that stuff in the middle of the table, you can't put a centerpiece. So it's a constant puzzle of what's going to work with what. You can't just say, oh, let's just have roving carts and not have any room to get through the tables. It has to be well thought out.
If you have to choose one thing for your guests, this is such a basic question, but I've always wanted to know. If you had to choose chicken or beef or fish, what would you choose?
Probably vegetarian. I think people, if it's a really well done vegetarian pasta or risotto or something like that, I don't think anyone's going to complain. But I think some people just hate fish. A lot of people are not eating meat. I think it's impossible to do it that way.
I love that answer. You totally surprised me, and it's interesting. I was going to say chicken, but I know that's because she's smart. She's the expert.
Yeah, she's smart.
Okay,
she eats constantly.
Red wine or white wine?
Unfortunately, white wine. But yeah, most people are afraid of red wine. And wrong, that's not right, but they are. So almost everybody will drink white wine. It's perceived as lighter, but I've had some pretty bad white wine hangovers too, so I don't think it's,
Okay, so if you were to plan a dinner for us and you wanted to put the top food trend that you love in it, and you wanted to serve us wine, I want to know what's on that plate. What are we serving and what are we drinking?
Okay.
It's like a quiz show.
Yeah, well, I don't eat meat any longer, but if I were serving it for friends, I'd have to say one of two things. Perhaps short ribs and a great super Tuscan red wine for a winter dish. People are just dumbfounded. But we recently did a wedding with great performances, and we had wheeling burrata carts.
Oh my God.
So they had fresh burrata, and you could say, I want it with pesto, or I want it with just herbs, or I wanted vinaigrette, or there were heirloom tomatoes at the time. Everybody was enthralled with it, and with that we served a California Pinot Noir.
Oh my gosh, that sounds incredible. Okay, I'll come.
It was great.
So, well, thank you, Marcy, for joining us. This is also 20 years of the Knot. Do you have anything to say?
Unbelievable. I can't believe it's 20 years. I remember the first day I met you in that old office. I remember the IPO party, and yeah, it's frightening. I don't think it's real.
She's been with us from the beginning. I have to give her a big kiss.
Thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you.